Good morning and happy Monday. I'm Kara Rucker. An update on Brittany Griner since her return to the U.S. 3 days ago and where the White House stands on future negotiations with Russia. This is your morning rundown aimed down the middle with Straight Arrow News.
She's at San Antonio at the Brooke Army Medical Center getting appropriate both mental health care as well as physical health care, just to make sure that she's ready for her reintegration back into American society. Our initial reports are she's in very good spirits and in good health.
National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby, in an interview Sunday, announced Griner is in good health as she recovers from Russian detainment before going home. When she will be released from the medical center is still unknown. Kirby says the family and doctors will work through those details. Kirby also clued America in on why American Marine Paul Whelan wasn't on the plane ride home with Griner. He said the U.S.'s work to bring wrongfully detained Americans home will continue. One report has as many as 60 Americans in prisons abroad.
They were treating Paul very separately, very distinctly, because of these sham espionage charges they levied against him. And then it kind of came together last week in the end game with just a boot for a Griner deal. We're more informed. We have a better sense of the context here, where the Russians' expectations are, and we're just going to keep working at it.
On Sunday, President Biden had a phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. The phone call revolved around the amount of support the U.S. has provided Ukraine since the invasion, and President Zelenskyy thanking Biden for the unprecedented support. The U.S. has sent $20 billion to Ukraine since the start of the war. Last week, the White House announced another $275 million will go toward Ukraine's air defense and an additional $53 million toward their power grid battered by Russian airstrikes. 5 feet of snow in just 48 hours. That's what a winter storm has produced for some parts of California. This video showing some of the snowfall in nearby Reno, Nevada. Blizzard conditions reported across the Sierras and expected to continue today and into tomorrow. The system is on the move from Arizona to Montana over to Minnesota. 14 states, including 15 million people, are under some sort of winter weather alert today. Snowy, windy, and icy conditions are expected for the next several days in the south and central U.S. In 1988, a plane exploded over Scotland in a terrorist attack, killing all 259 people on board the flight to America, along with 11 people on the ground. 34 years later, the man suspected of making the bomb used in the explosion is now in U.S. custody, the Justice Department confirming his arrest. It remains the deadliest terror attack on British soil.
From Tranquility Base to Taurus Littrow to the tranquil waters of the Pacific, the latest chapter of NASA's journey to the moon comes to a close. Orion, back on Earth.
NASA's Artemis 1 mission is a success. The 25-day test flight around the moon came to an end Sunday with a splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. While just 3 mannequins were on board this one, the Artemis program is aimed at putting more astronauts on the moon, which could come as early as 2024.
The spacecraft performed so well that we were able to start looking ahead at Artemis 2 and thinking through how else can we push the boundaries on this flight.
I think we've learned a lot from one. TBD if there's changes. So that's some of the work we'll be going through, and then kind of get that final assessment on a date for 2.
The landing of Orion comes 50 years since Apollo 17's moon landing. That's the last time people walked on the moon. Thanks so much for joining Straight Arrow News this morning, where we strive to deliver journalism without agenda. I'm Kara Rucker from the heartland of America. We hope you have a great day.